Hey, this is Brian with King Grizzly. I wanted to offer this video as sort of a follow-up to the one we just released where we showed how the same article with its images and videos was showing up 3 or 4 times for the same search result page. So someone searches for this bike or some keyword variation off of this, like with the word review. Not only is our article on page 1 of Google, but the videos, plural actually, were in the carousel, page 1, and images, depending on what you type, they were also in a carousel. So this article could be basically represented 2, 3, 4 times for one search inquiry on page 1 of Google, which is fairly impressive considering that a lot of page 1 is paid or scraped. So just wanted to explain how we did the video part of that. And it's sort of embarrassing because it's really not that complicated. There are some things I mentioned that we do that were outside of the last video. So yes, we actually code the site, build it in a search optimized way. If it's WordPress, which is what we usually build in, we're using search plugins. We're using schema markup. We do create automatic sitemaps that are going to Google. We optimize the page speed as much as we can. So there are things we do, but once those systems are in place, it comes down to really having a good content strategy and then executing on the content, right? So creating content that actually your target customers are interested in, and using the right keywords and writing them the right way. So there's sort of this sort of like sales funnel aspect to it, nurturing people towards seeing value in your product or service. But really, the implementation, I showed the on-site stuff. So here's what we did for YouTube. I got this extension thanks to the advice of a friend called TubeBuddy, which it's a pretty simple add-on for YouTube that just essentially helps you to keyword videos, and it's got some other features like thumbnailing. So like for this video here, like I said, it's not the greatest video. In fact, people even vote it down for it's just bad. It's got wind noise and actually don't give a very good review of the bike. But we didn't do all that much. There's the description. It's got some keywording in it, but mostly, it's just a pretty straightforward description. I link back to the article, so I kind of double dip. People can come from the article here or the search result here, or they can search on YouTube, find the video, and work their way backwards into the article. These tags here, this TubeBuddy helps me add tags. So the green number is actually showing where this would rank if you search for that keyword. So if I search for Cannondale Topstone 105, our video comes up first, sure enough. Actually, I'll go back there. You can see TubeBuddy looks at the Search Explorer tool, will look at the search volume, the level of competition, shows me some ideas for related searches and most used tags, so I can actually select these, add them to a clipboard. It's very straightforward. If I go back to the video, I'll just go ahead and edit the video, show you what the edit screen looks like. Mostly for us, we've been using their tagging. There's a lot more the tool can do, but as I'm working on my video with the title and description, I can start typing tags, and then down here it will suggest tags I could go with. There's also a keyword explorer. If I click on that, I could type in a word like Cannondale Topstone. And same sort of thing as the other page, the search explorer. You've got an indication of the types of keywords people are using, web searches. So you can get a quick idea of how hard it is to try to rank for this and what keywords to maybe use. There's a nifty little thumbnail builder. So like for clients who want to do some of their own uploading, we can set up templating through this thumbnail builder. I haven't been using it for this, but we could, right? So let's say I wanted a solid color background. Then I go to the step 2 with layers. I could actually add text. I could add an image, a shape, a template, whatever. So we can build out pretty quickly thumbnail. This obviously looks horrible, but you can build something nice looking using graphics and text, and then save this as a template. So then the next time we or a client were to upload a video, all you have to really do is use this template and change the text. It seems these days everybody on YouTube puts a big picture of themselves, and then yeah. Anyway, that's going off the rails there. So there's some cool options there with this tool. There's some best practice recommendations, sort of like a checklist on the right. Have you shared this on Twitter? Did you get a like on Facebook? Have you pinned a comment? I have not pinned a comment, but I suppose that would be easy to do, right? If there was one that was really helpful. There's a demonetization audit. Are you getting any warnings about monetizing this video on YouTube? It can do a lot more. There's a dashboard here for TubeBuddy that I actually haven't used a whole lot of this. Mostly we've just done the tagging. And so it is sort of embarrassing kind of how simple the approach is that still works oftentimes for certain pieces of content. So you can see some of the channel analytics for this Ruin Your Knees site. I'm not sure what the period of time is. Last 28 days. So yeah, like I said, I tinker on this. You can see your reach, engagement, audience. Yeah, so nifty tool. That's pretty much what we did with the video. So TubeBuddy just acts as a nice extension for YouTube. It increases understanding and hopefully helps increase visibility. But I do want to show, I mean, not everything's a hit, right? So a fair number of videos we've put on YouTube get viewed quite a bit. But here's one I created, and it's only been viewed 314 times. So I may need to play with the keywording, or I may just realize that there's just not that many people interested in this piece of content, and that's okay. But we've had good success if we try to create systems which are manageable. So we and our clients want to be able to publish. And if that process is prohibitive because it's too complicated, then people don't publish. And so it's better to have something that's manageable, seems to get fairly good results, and is based upon a real understanding of content strategy in terms of who are our customers, what are their motivations, and how does that map on to our, the products and services that are ideally providing real value to those people and meeting their needs. So anyway, that's a little more detail on the video side of things. Happy, to answer any questions. I'm also curious what other people's experiences and thoughts are along these lines.